What's going on, guys? Now, I think I disconnected this thing, so give me a second if I did. First of all right, apparently some Patriot players won't be going to the White House visit, right? Now, historically, the White House visit has always been, you know, almost a given. Like I don't recall it being an issue, right? Years past, right? Not saying players never skipped it, but there was never anything really political behind it, right? I mean, it was just the president inviting you to the White House. That's all. There was nothing out of the ordinary. But you know what I find funny this time is, first of all, let me make this clear. This is not a big issue to me, right? If a player, I don't care who it is, does not want to go to the White House, it doesn't have to be for a reason. It doesn't have to be a reason behind it, right? They're not paid to go be a prop for a president of the White House, right? Right? They already did their job. Okay? They did their job in practice in the field. The season's over, right? So if they don't want to go to the White House, if they want to go golfing, or they want to go spend the day with their family instead, make a political point. I just don't care. Ain't that clear? But apparently, a lot of people do care. All of a sudden, it's un-American. This is news to me that it's un-American, and it's just, to not go to the White House. Oh, this is un-American. Like, well, why is it un-American? Oh, because, these players, who do they think they are? I mean, they don't even want to give Trump a chance. And, he's a new president. And, when the president gives you an invite to the White House, you're supposed to show respect, and you're supposed to go. It's just the way it is. Don't these players know any better? About how they should have the majority of the team should decide whether they go or they don't, and and that they should go support their teammates. It's not about them. They're making it about them, and not about their team. I mean, all this. I'm just hearing all this garbage, right? Is that I didn't hear any of this when Tom Brady didn't go to the White House 2 years ago. Was it 2 years ago when they beat the Seahawks? Tom Brady didn't go to the White House when President Obama invited him. And frankly, I don't remember there being a big uproar about it. I don't remember an uproar from, the right-wing delegates, okay? They're not delegates, they're delegate, okay? On them how you feel. They need a little safe space, okay? They like to talk about people on the left, but, I don't remember any uproar about disrespecting the president and how dare Tom Brady not go. When the president says go, you go. When the president says jump, you say how high, right? I don't remember that, right? Now, do most people respond to a presidential invite? Sure, of course they do, right? Most people. But people have a right to say, nah, I'm good. You're not required to go. This is in North Korea. Okay, we don't live under a dictator. Okay, we're not required to stand up and salute the president at his will. To bend the knee to the president's will whenever he wants. So when Tom Brady didn't go to the White House, you know what I thought and what the majority of people thought? Whatever, right? He didn't want to go. Like nobody cared. I honestly, I don't remember there being an uproar about it. Worries about it, but there wasn't an uproar like this. I mean, I believe it's 3 players so far. They're getting attacked, right, by Trump supporters because they're not going to go to the White House. I mean, they are getting attacked. Like, oh, you didn't matter to the team anyway. It's Tom's team anyway, and this, that, and the third. Unbelievable. They're just being scrutinized. They're being, they're making a big fuss about it. All of a sudden, it's selfish not to join your team to visit the president. I don't know that. So I guess Tom Brady was a selfish son of a bitch 2 years ago then, right? I guess that's what it is. Oh, well, why are they being political? No, nobody asked Tom Brady to be political when he had Donald Trump hats, all wearing them and exposing them in his locker while he was getting interviewed. I mean, he was getting political. I didn't hear any outrage about that. Plus, it's not like these three players, or if any other of them don't go, it's not like they're going to have a lot of backlash in the city of Boston. I can tell you that right now. I mean, Trump got like maybe 20% support there. Okay. Massachusetts and the New England area is a pretty blue state. I mean, they're blue states there. It's not like, they're going to get a lot of scrutiny because they didn't go to see the president of the United States, a Republican president, that is. It's not like it matters. And you notice how even when there was a Democratic president, there was no outrage about it. Nobody cared. And nobody should care now. But the reason I'm bringing it up is because the double standard is happening. The double standard is clear as day. They don't want to go. They have their reasons, and they have every right, not just as a Patriot player, because it's not in their contract that they need to go to the White House. They don't need to do this if they don't want, right? And number two, as an American citizen, that they're not required, to go kiss the president's ass and give him a photo op. They're not required to do that if they don't want to. Not yet, anyway. I don't know where we're going to be heading in a couple of years, but as of right now, that is not a requirement in the United States of America. Thank God, right? Not yet. I know. A lot of you think, no, but this time I saw somebody put this time it's different. Well, what? But why? Can you explain why? Can you tell me why it's different? I want to hear these reasons. Because now Jesus is back in the White House. Oh, really, man? Look, let me tell you something. I totally picture Jesus sitting right next to Trump, right, and Jeff Sessions, and all those crazy motherfuckers. I totally see Jesus getting along with those guys right there in the White House, writing these laws and keeping. I totally see Jesus, Middle Eastern man who was a refugee himself. Totally see him signing executive orders to prevent refugees from coming to this country, But that's a totally different topic, right? The irony is deafening. But let me just say this one more thing, right? So I need to recap because there's a lot of idiots out there, right? Before you say, well, if you don't care, what are you talking about? Well, just like I didn't talk about it when Tom Brady didn't go to the White House, right, 2 years ago. Then I wouldn't be talking about it if there wasn't all this outrage, right? I mean, people are always talking about how, why do we even bother explaining, right? A double standard is pretty clear, right? So three players as of now are not going to the White House. People are butthurt about it. They feel insulted that it's an insult to the office of the White House. All of a sudden, everything's an insult to the office, the great house of the White House. It's insult. And how dare these privileged, this is some comments I read. How dare these privileged football players who have made millions thanks to this country not accept an invite to the White House? Let me tell you something, and this has to be said, okay? These players in the NFL and the NBA and NHL, MLB, major league players in any sport, just so everybody knows, they're not there because they're privileged, right? You don't inherit talent, okay? It's not like, well, you kind of do, like DNA and all that, but what I mean is, when you're the son of a billionaire, you're automatically going to be a billionaire when you inherit that money, regardless of what you do, okay? The players in the NFL and any other major league, they're not privileged of anything. They're just talented. They have a talent that many of you wish you had. right? I'm not gonna lie. I wish I was that talented. I wish I was, you know, very, my sport was soccer. I wish I was playing in a, um, over there in Europe or shit. I'll take the MLS, right? I'll take that. And I wish I was doing that. But the reason they're there in those leagues, right? And I'm not, it's not because they're privileged. It's because they were more talented than me. So that's it, right? So that's why players in the NFL are where they are, right? They're not there because of privilege. If you believe that, you don't know the definition or the meaning behind privilege. You don't know what privilege means when you're calling athletes that play at the highest of levels privileged. You don't know what that means, right? I'm just making that clear because it's something I keep seeing. And it's funny to me how when a person like Donald Trump pays zero in taxes, all I hear about is, well, it's his money. Let him do whatever he wants. Why does the government want to take it? It means he's smart. It means he's an intelligent businessman, right? There's all this defending of these motherfuckers, these billionaires and oil company owners and all just defending, right? An athlete makes millions in the NFL. All of a sudden, they owe everything to this country. They need to bend the knee at will at all times. They need to be subservient, right, to everything, to the flag, to the troops, to police, to the White House. They need to be subservient, okay? And if they're not subservient, then they're ungrateful and they're not proud to be American. All of a sudden, right? So, there seems to be a lot of problems with people, a lot of, they have a lot of issues, right? So, you know what I think about these three individuals that are, I would usually say, I don't care. They could do whatever they want. It's a free country, right? Right? Isn't that what we always say? That it's a free country? Okay, right? Because spare me the other comment I saw. Oh, yeah, they're so ungrateful. Donald Trump, when he ordered the Navy SEALs, to go to what was it, Yemen, right? And to kill Al Qaeda members, those Navy SEALs didn't have a choice to not go. Oh, God. Now, first of all, okay, Donald Trump botched that whole thing, said he killed an Al Qaeda member, which he did not kill, by the way. That Al Qaeda member is still alive, which is fucking embarrassing. What an embarrassment. A Navy SEAL got killed, and Navy SEALs, their job, when a president tells them to go somewhere, okay, when they're ordered to do something, is the equivalent, right, of a football player being told, right, you're going to go to the field and do this play, right? That's their job. Don't you all know are you all stupid? False equivalence, look it up, right? But well, that's it, right? Let me tell you what I think. I think, right? Okay, I would usually say I don't care, but in this case, good. Okay, I don't go, right? Fuck them. Don't go. Give them the middle finger. Don't fucking go, right? I would like live stream on Facebook somewhere else while the other dudes are in the White House. It's just my take, all right? Not to mention, it's only look. You, Donald Trump's grandstanding when the Patriots are there is going to be just unbelievable. He's going to talk about himself at least half of the time, right? But and even if you do like Trump, I mean, who wants to stand and just listen to this guy talk, all right? So, but anyway, well, that's it. This is T-Style. I'm out. Peace.